Holy shit, I got like 65 minutes. I deleted a couple of videos on here. Just like fucking tons of blooper takes and shit. Stuff I didn't use. And ended up with 65 minutes of talking time on here. So what I think I'm going to do is utilize as much of it as possible and see where we end up. Topic-wise and location-wise. I just kept walking a little bit more from my side of town and ended up by a bunch of gross eating chicken and a park. So, here we go. I like making these walk and talk videos too. And kind of because, you know, Mendham is a guy who does it, if you've ever seen his channel on here, because it's a good way to just let the flow of thoughts go and get them out of your head. I just think it's kind of cool, personally. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay. Yeah, Metro sometimes patrols the parks out here, Metro being our police. And I mean, they probably won't yell at me if they see me in here. I'll just be like, I just kind of wanted to go for a walk. I just wanted to make a video. You know, I do YouTube stuff and, you know, just tell them the truth. I'm just here making a video and stuff. They probably won't give me much shit. They'll be like, yeah, it's past park hours, get the fuck out. And I'll be like, okay. It's actually happened to me a couple of times before while making these videos. I'm also trying to hold my camera still so it's not too Blair Witchy and shit. But the thing about doing these walk and talk videos is you got to be careful of when you and where you do them if you're like in a city. Like when Gary does them, he's like, you know, he walks through like forest or whatever, the woods near his house, and there's not really a lot of people around. There's natural paths and stuff. Las Vegas is different. You're by like always bright lit areas and stuff. And you know, there's always people around, and they kind of give you weird stares, and they look at you like you're some delusional fuckwit who has no life, who's just talking to himself, and his only friend is a piece of plastic named Samsung. But, well, I guess maybe for some people that do these every now and then and just blather about whatever the fuck it is, you know, I guess maybe for those people it's true. But see, I'm different. I'm so much different. Anyway, that makes me sound kind of like a douche. I just kind of like doing this, though. It just gets the flow of thoughts out of my head and gets me out of the house because it gets so stuffy being inside all the goddamn day. I mean, this whole city, for the most part, is pretty fucking suffocating, too. And I'm really tired of it. I want to see the entire world, really. I mean, if you look at it, the fucking planet is so vast. What am I going to do? Waste all my time having this being the only thing I know? Bullshit. You know, I like Las Vegas. There's cool things about it, but goddamn, there's so much more to this planet than this. I think that's maybe what makes a lot of people here just kind of bitter and cynical. Like, yours truly, every now and then. Like, just what I just said. Because it's just so boring, you know? Like, let's see if I can get it. Way over there, the Stratosphere Tower. You know, okay, wow, the Strip. I've seen the Strip, you know, since I was like 16 or 17, so many fucking times that it loses all of its goddamn charm if it ever had any. Okay, I've been drunk on the Strip. You know, when I was working Fright Dome, I was there until like 5 in the morning sometimes. You know, Jesus Christ, man. It's lost its charm. This whole city has lost its charm if it ever had any. I think the only time it was charming was back when, like, fucking Dean Martin and fucking Frank Sinatra and all these guys, like Sammy Davis Jr., all that shit was still around. Now it's just a fucking commercialized wasteland of fail and stupid. And I fucking hate it. Either way, I really would like to see more to the world than this little hole. You know, and I'm sure that a lot of people will say that about their towns too, but for the simple fact of the matter that their towns in particular might be new to me, or wherever they're from might be new to me, it'd be an amazing experience for me personally. You know, like just for the same example as like maybe somebody's sick and tired of living in Montreal, for example. They come down here and be like, wow, this is the shit, why do you hate it? I'll just spend a couple of years here, and then they'll tell me the same thing. I'll be like, go up there, I'll be like, maybe, for example, I would probably be like, wow, this is amazing, and they would tell me the same thing too. It's like, yeah, just give it a couple of years. You know, it's always boring to be just succumbed and held down to like the same places every now and then, because you just get used to what's there and you don't know what's new. I'm sick and tired of this town anyway. It's just getting crappy in general. Crime gets worse. The cops have to be bigger dicks to everybody to deal with it. You know, I'm sick and tired of it. I'd rather go to somewhere which is actually peaceful. And I swear to God, that has to exist. I think I was born for a little bit more than this little city has to offer. It's not like I would fill my head with the idea that, oh yes, I'm going to do all these amazingly huge, great, extravagant things. Like, oh, I'm going to be an astronaut. Bullshit. How many fucking people actually become an astronaut? You know, and especially considering that all you're going to do is float around and do urine samples and calculus. You know, really. All this wonderful training, I'm going to be furthering mankind. Piss in this cup and do this equation. Did you do it in 0G? Yeah? Okay, well, you know what? We furthered our species. Oh, my God. I have no idea what the hell I want to talk about or where I want to go now. I'd actually keep going if my dad still lived down the road a little ways, but he doesn't anymore. And the people that live in his old house ruined it. I think it was kind of a bummer. Like, my dad got manipulated out of the place he was living in by my mother's half-sisters, and it was a big legal clusterfuck. Essentially of them trying to claim something they truly had no ownership over, but manipulated a lawyer and who basically had a lot more power over it than my dad did. Manipulated him out of his house. I just keep walking until I go there. I really miss those days in my life. I mean, Jesus Christ, I could really feel free there. I mean, geez, I had my drum set like all set up in his living room. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck. That's where I learned to be a drummer, actually. He bought me a drum set. And he's like, dude, just flip on the stereo and make sure it's louder than your fucking kit so you can hear what you're playing along to and just jam it. And that's how I learned to be a drummer, actually. I would just play along to shit like Puddle of Mud. And I love that band's first record because that is the record I know, like, back to front. Every line on the drums, every fucking cymbal hit, every drum roll, everything. Every fill, every fucking notation. Because that is the one I learned how to play on. You know. Come Clean is a really sick album. It's got some good drums on it. It's got good bass lines on it too, but you know, I was more focused on becoming a drummer during those days, back when I was like 14 and 15. I just miss that shit. Now I'm all grown up and life has to make me all bitter. I have to be an asshole all the time. I'm such a dick. I have to be I have to be old lame, bummed out Steve, reminiscing about his glory days. Good God. I love this right here. I'll show you what I mean on the slide. This goes to show you how municipal and ghetto Las Vegas is. They managed to make a child's slide look like a prison. They managed... Look at this shit. You have all the nice rocks. I guess whatever the fuck these are supposed to be, like you just hear the Flintstones. And then this. There's tons of gates, chain link and shit, all over the slides. It just looks like a prison. But once your kids go down the slide, they'll never get out. This one fucking screws with me though, if you look at it. Because you have to take a look just really close. Okay, you have the slide. There's the mouth of the slide. Look what it goes into. You're gonna get fired out of the end of that son of a bitch. Right into the point of the fucking fence. What the hell? What the? Like, the only one that actually fucking works is the red one right over here. And even still, like, let's just say you came out with a lot of velocity and you go fire out of this one, you're gonna hit the side of that shit too. This one just cuts itself off and goes right into the motherfucking ground right here. It's hard to see. Goes right into the ground. Such a safe ride. You know, I think they're just, I think they fucked off with it because they have the whole playground thing over here. But every time I see that when I go for a walk in this park, it amuses me. And like, okay, 2 of these slides will kill your kids and 1 of them won't. You got to figure out which one. But yeah, the cool thing also is over yonder, beyond that fence, way the fuck, I can't even see, way the fuck over there, is actually a BMX like bike dirt track. It's pretty cool too. Back before they had a night security guard like stay there every now and then, I used to clip the fence when I was like 15 with like a bunch of wire clippers. I used to sneak my bike under and go for like 2-hour-long midnight runs on that shit. It was fucking cool. I think they either caught on to me or a bunch of other kids in the neighborhoods doing it too. And it was bullshit because, I understand the safety regulations, but, I mean, come on. I loved fucking stupid adventurous stuff, and in a sense, I still do. I don't do it very much anymore because I'm 23 years old and I'm an adult. But I used to love adventurous shit like that, risky shit. You're gonna get fucking caught. By clipping the fence and going in there with your bikes and shit. It was so much fun. There's not much for kids to do in this bullshit town. I was like, we're gonna go to the arcade. Oh wait, we don't have any in Las Vegas. Let's go sit on our asses on the couch and play Xbox. That being said, I'm 23 and look what the fuck I usually do. I sit on my computer and on Steam and play Killing Floor all the time. Because killing zombies is the shit. But yeah. Anyway, this video is like 12 minutes long or so. And my camera's battery thing is flashing at me, so I'm gonna fucking wrap this one up here. And I'm just gonna record another one about different things. So, you guys take it easy, and I will catch you in the next fucking video. Bye.